Hey everybody, I'm here today and just to make a big update video. And this update video is to tell you guys that I am not dead. In fact, I've been really active, but I just haven't been active on my channel. Well, I'm going to say that this is now a change, because a lot has changed. First of all, as you can see, most of you know the Computine pretty well. I've made a video on it before. But this is not my only 486 anymore. Far from it. I have these Packard Bells. There's a Packard Bell over there, but I just parted that one out because it's a piece of crap, not gonna lie. Well, what else is there? Oh yeah, I know what else. So, here's some new additions. You probably might have seen it from my tweet at LGR if you even follow me. Ignore how messy this door is, I'm gonna replace it. Anyway, into my storage closet, you can tell that there's a lot going on here. And let me grab my flashlight here. And you can see exactly what's been going on this past while, actually. First of all, I've got Macs now, classic Macs. Some big old smart UPS 1500s. What else did I get here? Oh yeah, a big box of hard drives. From everything from 100 megabyte to I think 15 gigs. A lot of machines back here. A lot of them. A lot of machines to make videos on, especially these PS2s. There's also an IBM AT buried down there. There's a Toshiba. What else is there? There's just lots of stuff that I need to, well, work on, really. And, this is just sort of a, like I said before, this is sort of an update video, just showing you what I've been up to lately. Certainly been expanding the collection. I doubt it's going to stop expanding anytime soon. My newest project, which I will probably post videos on, are these two compact 386s. Both of them work, I think, and I hope. I know the hard drives are good. Well, apart from, when I say good, I just powered them on. I gave them a good turn on. The machines themselves, I think it was that one, the clean one. I cleaned it up. I turned it on, and it exploded. Not sort of the, typical big explosion. I'm talking, little tantalum capacitor exploded. Basically what happened is I turned the computer on, and the power supply, the relay, made a ticking noise, and one of the capacitors went up in smoke. So I assumed that the same thing's going to happen with this other compact, and I ordered 40 new electrolytic capacitor replacements. This Macintosh works perfectly fine, apart from the fact that it's very dirty, kind of like the rest of this place, but anyway. That Mac, all it needs is I don't have any Macintosh monitors, so I ordered an HD15 to DB15 to HD15 for the monitor. I also got this cute little VGA monitor. Very small. I think that's 7 inches, I'm not sure. Also, this 486 Packard Bell is new. In fact, I'll give it a power on for you. My power strip is good. I'm going to plug in the Packard Bell. Alright. Now, this Packard Bell has a problem. The power supply is going out the window. Let's see if I can do this one-handed here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's on. Now, monitor. Oh, yeah. I ripped the VGA cable out. Lots of stuff to get rid of, lots of stuff to keep. Oh yeah. Another project I have to work on. I got a Tandy 1400. That needs a lot of work to the power supply. A lot of work. Anyway. VGA cable. I can never plug these things right in the first time. Other end goes into the monitor, And this monitor has built-in speakers, fun fact. And my dot matrix printer, covered by hard drives and floppy disks, naturally. It does work. It's not plugged in. But what is plugged in is this Packard Bell. Now, this Packard Bell is an interesting problem. Not very interesting, actually, if you know Packard Bells. The power supply is going bad. It's got some sort of whine, coil whine, or it could be, because it's a switching power supply, I'm going to plug in the floppy drives, because the only thing I've plugged into it is the motherboard. I removed the clock battery. I don't think I threw it away yet. It's somewhere around here. Remove this zip disk. But yeah, the machine itself works, more or less, but watch what happens when I plug in a floppy drive. I'm not sure if it's bad capacitors or if the power supply itself is going bad. Any answers would be nice. Plug that in. There we go. Where's the Molex cable? Here we go. I picked up this Packard Bell for $15. I don't know if you can hear it, but that power supply is making whining noises. You might hear it a little bit later. But look at what happens when it tries to seek the floppy drive. It resets. Now, when I unplug the drive, works perfectly fine for the most part. No floppy drives. And then I have this other Packard Bell, which I need to... This Packard Bell had an interesting problem. It had a CR... Well, I don't know what kind of CR battery it had in it. It had one of those little watch batteries soldered directly to the motherboard. So I have a dead motherboard I'm going to desolder the battery holder off of and solder it onto this machine. But this machine does work, but it's very bad at keeping its settings. I might show you that later. And I want to power up this CompuDyne for you all, just to give you something to watch here. Like I said, I got a huge box of hard drives, and definitely have been doing a lot with it. For example, I put a 500 megabyte, I think, yeah, it's a quantum hard drive in this CompuDyne. I discovered a new recycling center, and oh my god, they let me buy anything for any price. I got an IBM AT for $10. An IBM AT for $10. This machine is stubborn sometimes. Oh, it's actually, I can hear it posting. It's just the monitor is probably unplugged. Probably my fault. Yeah, it is. Well, it's not. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it probably wasn't my fault. There we go. That hard drive doesn't sound good. It sounds like it was making clicking noises. Maybe. We're gonna reset it. Oh, the speakers are plugged into this this CompuDyne. Did not notice that. Go to setup. That hard drive sounds not very good. I really hope it isn't failed. Then again, for a hard drive this age, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going to go ahead and give it some settings to work with here. For example, a floppy drive. There we go. This machine is weird. When it's not set up, it is really slow, but then when you do set it up, I don't know what its problem is. Oh, I need to disable the cache. This motherboard has a weird problem where the cache just refuses to work, and I've tried so many cache chips with it. I don't understand what its problem is. Auto detect hard disk. Will it work? Of course not. Alright, well, in that case, we're gonna go ahead and write to CMOS and exit. and then we're going to power cycle the machine. Power it down, power it back up. I'm going to go into setup while that's doing its click. And look at that, it works magically. Hard disk light is still on, but let's see if it boots. Hey, there we go. I put Windows 95 on this computer. I also got this interesting keyboard I should add. So this is not a PS2. Sorry for my shaky camera work, by the way. This is not a PS2 compatible mouse. It's a serial mouse, which came with this adapter hooked onto it. And I can't get the PS2 function to work at all. I don't know if there's some sort of switch I'm missing, but there is something interesting. There is a serial port on the back here, and there's a switch that switches it from There's a switch on the back of here that switches it from this mouse to whatever serial mouse you plug in back here. But yeah, you can see that this machine's working pretty well for a 486. Well, I mean, most 486s work well. Registered to me and me only. 32 megabytes of RAM. That was really hard to source. This machine has an interesting configuration. I put 4 megabyte 30-pin SIMs, and then one 16 megabyte 72-pin. And the machine's RAM slots are filled up. I installed Windows 95 via CD because I could, and it's easy. And it is connected to the internet, fun fact, but I don't feel like actually doing that right now. We're just going to shut it back down. Please wait, my computer shuts down. Turn it off. Now another thing to show y'all. Here I have my minty fresh 486. This is 486 actually. 486 DX2. I made a web page about it. I'll probably link it. Oh, also my CB radio, which is nice. It's not plugged in because I don't have any available 12-volt sources at the moment. I do keep it in my car though, but it's out because I don't want it in my car right now. Anyway, this 486 is going to have a video on it soon. Stay posted for that, because this 486 inherited the Compudyne's old hard drive. So stay looking for that video. And just another peek back in the closet. Macintosh accessory kit. It is filled with floppies. Really cool. I'm going to make a video on that too. My Sony Walkman. Bunch of stuff to make a video on. I have a Mac Classic 2 that needs fixing. I have a Mac Classic 2 here that I fully restored. I'll make a video on that because I did not, regrettably. As you can see, the case is nice and white, and I have my Mac SE down there, which that Mac SE does work, but needs restoring. As you can see, the Classic looks so much nicer than the SE does, but there's a lot of machines down here that need some work. That Packard Bell right there is my first Packard Bell, and it didn't work, so I parted it out. The motherboard is long gone, but the case is still sitting there, and I actually have a motherboard to put in there that fit. Yeah, there's a bunch of keyboards, everything from Apple to IBM IBM Model M keyboards, which are PS2 keyboards, an old receiver, and back there I have a projector and a P70. I'm going to move this book, and you can see right there, there's the IBM AT down there. Then my PS2 70, my just 70, getting it confused with my P70 right there. Seem to be everywhere nowadays, but anyway. Here's the Toshiba, and here's a quote-unquote DatoVision. Old Zenith tube TV manufactured in 85. Here's a generic Pentium PC, another generic Pentium PC. That's a leading edge 386, and they're sitting atop. That's an Athlon in that corner back there. This is a Compaq. Bunch of machines back here. Yeah, a lot of videos to make. And back here, some really interesting stuff. Boxes. I keep a lot of boxes. Yeah, go ahead and make fun of me. A little look. Oh yeah, programmer switch for this Mac SE. Like I said, I dug this Mac out of the recyclers, and I found the programmer switch, which is a really nice addition to have. I got this Mac for free because it didn't work. Well, I fixed it by doing the... Well, no. I did do the trick, the temporary fix, to soak it in not vinegar water. What was it? It was soapy water. And here's the motherboard out of it. I have 3 Mac Classic 2s. That's the only working one. But now that I know that that logic board works, I might try the other one's logic board. But here's the problem. It's buried all the way back there, and I don't want to have to dig up all my machines again. Well, I could probably just move the Packard Bell, the Zenith TV, and the IBM VGA monitor, and I'd probably be set. But there's the state of it. So, stay tuned, folks.